Hello everyone, welcome back to Stella Rose Bella, where I talk about the latest Asian drama, music shows, and artists. Today I want to tell you all about new shows and also the shows that have like a new season, so let's get into it. The first one that I want to tell you all about is called 为歌而战. It's literally it's like giving like a thumbs up for the song. Like you praise the song, type of like meaning to it. You can find it on YouTube. They have an official channel. You can find it. I will leave links down below to where you can find all these shows on YouTube. And so this show is actually pretty new. It is actually a show that is a collab, I believe. That's my understanding of the show. It's a collaboration between Zhejiang Wushu and Douyin. And this show has invited singers onto the show where they obviously perform, and they're separated into two groups. One that is a group that's for like new songs, and another one that's like popular on the platform. That's my understanding of it. After they perform, they actually have to face an audience. And who are these audience? They are 100 teams or groups of Douyin creators. I believe they have a big following. That's my understanding of the show as well. After they perform the song, the Douyin creators obviously say what they want to say about how they feel like about the song and how they feel about the song. I've seen a couple episodes. Some are just like, I'm not feeling it, or like, I don't know, this is like a weird thing to it. So I was like, I don't know if I like that part. Obviously everyone has their own opinions, and it's like a very direct, like face-to-face type of interaction, and it's like live comments basically. And after the singers perform, the Douyin creators actually, they can leave like comments, sort of like comments and feedback that they have about the song, and it'll be displayed on a screen that's on stage, so the singer can also see the comment that they made. And so that's that. And after they perform, the Douyin creators get to vote like which is like the best like song that day, or for that show, for that episode. And after that, they will use that song on Douyin. And those creators can use that song to create whatever video that they want and use that song as a BGM. And so that's basically the idea of the show. I have to say this is a very new show. It started like a couple weeks ago. It's very, very new. I think it's interesting because I don't see this here in the States, even though TikTok is popular here in the States as well. Well, I, for one, like the show because I get to listen to all these singers that I like perform songs. People that have been on the show are Jem, there's like Xiaohua, there's Hu Yanbing, there's like a lot of these, Zhang Bichen also went on the show recently. So there's a lot of like singers who go on to the show, and some you may never heard of. Actually, I don't even know about, and they go on the show as well. Another show called Youth and Melody, which is Lei, Zhang Yixing is part of, and this show has invited I think like 5 or 6 singers from different companies. One of them is Xiaohua, one of them is Sony. I'll give a list of it here. I don't remember it on top of my head, but for each episode, seems like the theme of the show is like these singers who are young, you know, they have influence for younger audience, for them to sing sort of like classical like songs and sort of like remix it and into their own style, and sort of like a new way to introduce these songs to the younger generation. That is my understanding of the show. And these singers, it's really interesting because they're all, I think a lot of them went on to the competition, like idol competition. So Lei actually was on some of the shows, so it's like really interesting to see them again with him, and they're all like, oh my gosh, this is like Jung PD and everything. He's like, don't treat me as Jung PD. He's like, I'm here just like you guys and I want to do something. I don't know if I like this show yet, but this is a show that just aired not too long ago and this is really new. And for this show, the singers from different companies, the singer that performs, if you want to compete or battle with this singer on stage, you can just press the button and you can compete. There's another new show that just started to air. Youku is the one that puts it out. It's called 我是女演员, I'm an actress. And the 班主任 is Liu Tao, and there are 3 mentors on the show, and they are all male. One of them is Li Zhiting, the other one is Zhen Yunchang. I feel like I'm pronouncing his name wrong. And then there's another guy. And for me, this show is interesting because first of all the participants are all females, and they, based on the prequel episode that they released like yesterday, a lot of the participants, they have either graduated from a arts college or they are still in school, so they're still students. And for me, I don't know how the show is gonna work yet, but based on the like preview for the next episode, it seems like they will perform on stage. They probably invited people in the industry to like producers or like maybe directors, I have no idea. Maybe producers or writers onto the show and critique their performance. That is my understanding of the show so far. So I don't really know how the show is gonna work. And then the reason why I know about the show is because Zhang Zhehan and Gong Jun went to record for a couple weeks ago, and everyone know them from Word of Honor, obviously, and that's the reason why I know about this show. I don't know how I feel about this show yet because I don't know how the show, you know, their 规则 and everything, so I don't really know. So these are the shows that have just started, and I feel like you all should go and look and see what you think. So the shows that have new seasons, one of them is 天赐的声音. So 天赐的声音 is one of my favorite shows because the vibe of the show is like a very serious type of show. It's like, if you're not ready for the stage, then don't come to the show. That type of vibe. So it's a singing show. Did I say that right? It's a singing show. And obviously the show invites different singers onto their show and perform. And there's a group of people who have been in the industry for a while. They're like, either they have done like 乐评, or they have produced stuff, so those type of people. This group of singers are like sort of like the people that are invited onto the show. The people on the stage want to collab with the people that are sitting like before them, like these singers, and they choose like, okay, this is the singer that I want to collab with. That type of idea. I hope I didn't confuse you, okay? So like Angela and Hu Yanbing are like sort of like the people that are always on the show, and the singers that go on the stage and perform, they're like, after they perform, they said, I want to collab with this singer, and Angela and them, they can say, okay, yes, I accept, or they say no. Other people, like the other singers, can also say, oh, I want to collab with this singer. So that's that. And basically for the end of the episode, those group of people who are like the professional people, they will vote which is like the sort of like the top song or 金曲 of that episode, and that's that. And then later towards the end of the season, they all come back whose song was chosen as like the top song for that certain episode. They all come back, and then they also compete, and they sing, and then they get to say like, okay, this is like the 金曲 of the season. That type of idea. That's not my understanding of the show, even though this is my second time watching the show, because they sort of changed it a little. When I watch these shows, I just enjoy how like the singer sings in their beautiful voice, and maybe like their remix of a certain song. So yeah. So basically that's the show. I watch it because I really like the collaborations between the singers and the singers that are always on each like episode, like Angela and Hu Yanbing. There's other singers too. It's not only the two of them, but there's other singers. So I feel like this is a great show to sort of like listen, and it sounds so beautiful when you hear them. It's like live, so it's like, oh, so beautiful, and I love it. So another show that is going to start their new season, it's called 向往的生活. The 常驻嘉宾 are 何老师, 黄老师, and Peng Peng and Zhang Zhifeng, and the newest addition, Lei. And this show's concept is like these the people that I mentioned, they live in a rural area, so not really in the city, a very rural area, and there are like fruits and vegetables, like stuff that they can get, and they have to work for it. Basically, like the 节目组 will give them a task. They're like, okay, if you want these 食材 for a certain dish, then you have to work for it. You have to like on one season they had to like
how to say in English? Oh my gosh.
They had to plant the rice. I don't even know if that's how you say it in English. Oh my goodness. But they had to dig something. It's like a vegetable or something like that. And basically, if they reach that certain amount, and then within that time frame, the 节目组 will give them the money that they need to buy like the 食材, or they will give the 食材 to them. And obviously there are different guests that come onto the show that help out. They'll call like the mogu and they're like, okay, I want to cook this, I want this dish, this dish. And then like whoever, like they will regret saying how much, like the amount of food that they like request, because they're like, oh my gosh, I have to work so much for this food. That type of idea. And I like this show because it's really like simple and calm. It's not like too complicated. It's not much drama. It's like very like chill, relaxed. That's one thing I love about this show. And obviously in this mogul there's pets. So there's like Xiaoq, Xiaoh. I feel like I said not Xiaoq. But there's dogs and there's a duck. And that's like their pet on the show. It's really cute. So other shows that I want to recommend are 我就是演员 and 演员请就位. These are two shows that are like actor focused. So obviously it's like a competition show that the actors are on the show and they perform like live on the show and they are critiqued by people. For 演员请就位, these actors are critiqued by directors who have done amazing work. That's the show's idea, and obviously the directors they get to help these actors on different shorts or some part, like they will act from like apart from a movie or a show or whatever, or they rework sort of like a certain movie or whatever. And for 演员请就位, the first season I really liked because the actors get to choose which director's team they want to be on. This season, this like newest season, the actors were sort of like, I want to say graded. I don't know how else to describe that. The people who graded them were, I believe they were, a lot of them were producers, and these producers have also produced like all these different types of dramas. And there's like S, which is like the top, and then S, A, and B. I forgot if A was the second top or the second. I don't remember. But basically, they were graded before they got onto the show for this season. Stuff that they acted in this season were very popular dramas. So they get to choose whichever role that they wanted, and then they would act, like they would perform it live in front of the audience, and then the directors give them feedback and how they feel about them being that character or whatever, and then they will grade them again. And they get to perform again, they will be graded, and then the directors get to say like if they want this actor to be on their team. And so that's what happened this season. Last season it was sort of like that, but not really, because first round like the actors get to choose which director that they want to work with. So yeah. And I don't know, this season's more competitive compared to the first season. And I don't know, like, I understand that ratings are very important, but like there's some things that they edited, like when the actors are just talking like amongst themselves, and the way that they edited certain stuff, it sort of like misconstrued certain people's like how they like what they said basically, and like it created this, it made it seem like, oh, this actor was saying something really like really not that great about a certain actor, and it seems like that's the vibe, and I'm just like, and then the actor would go on Weibo and write this long statement and say that this is not what I said and this is not when I said it, and the way that the Jemuju edited, and then later the Jemuju also came out in a apology. I was like, why would you do something like that? So then I was like, I can't. But the reason why I watch the show is because I just want to see like how these people like perform. So the other show, 我就是演员, actually aired around the same time as 演员请就位 actually. And one of the mentors that are on the show is Zhang Zhiyi, which you all know and probably heard of. She's one of the mentors on the show, and I actually have not watched the previous seasons of this show, but this is the newest season, so I sort of watched it. And on these shows, it's always like a lot of people like, why are you here? Because there are some people who are like singers and they have no like acting experience, and people like the mentors would straight up just, or producers, like there's also producers on the show, or like actors who have been in the industry for like, why are you here? like that type of, they actually asked it straight out, so it's not like I'm, you know. And I was just like, this is interesting. I don't know, I just feel like it's interesting to see these shows because first I get to know these people, like maybe I've never seen their work, or maybe I've seen their work but I didn't know they were in it. That's one thing. And secondly, it's like I see another side of maybe someone, like an actor that I really like, and see how they sort of perform and how they work, basically. And I was like, wow, this is like really interesting. And it's all live, so they have the mic on them and you can hear them like performing it like live in front of you. And that's the only reason why I watch these shows. I feel like it's like a play again. I just watch their performance because everyone has their own opinions about like performing and everything, so yeah, that's the show. So why am I making this video dedicated all to shows and everything? It's because there's this saying online. It's called 电子失恋, and this phrase means sort of like after you watch a drama or whatever, you sort of feel like empty and like sad after you watch it. It's like it's sort of like you broke up with someone, but it's like with the drama or whatever movie you watched. And that's how I feel right now. After watching Word of Honor, I feel very sad because I just like every time when I watch the drama and like watch other dramas, like nothing can compare to Word of Honor. No. So it's not that I haven't been watching drama, but I haven't found one that's making me like, yay, you know, like recommend like to people. That is what I have for today. I haven't, yeah, so that's all. I don't know, this is what I'm gonna be doing because I feel like I always talk about dramas, but then I also watch shows as well. And this is my first time sort of like recommending shows for y'all to go check out. And let me know in the comments below which show you have been watching or what I should check out actually. And if you check out the ones that I talked about in this video, please let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time in the next video. And am I going to recommend you all dramas? I will, don't worry. Will it be soon? Not, I don't think so, because I'm still in the Word of Honor type of stage where I'm just like, I can't move on even if I watch the new drama. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. So yeah, so I'll see you. Bye.